Hey guys, welcome back to our Life Outdoors. Today I'm going to show you how we power our cargo trailer camper conversion when we're boondocking. Alright everybody, this is our Blue Eddy AC50S solar generator. And this thing really is all we could ask for. We use this to power several devices as well as charge other devices when we're out boondocking on our camping trips. This really comes in handy. We can't praise it enough. We use this to power the pump for our shower. It also powers all of our lighting inside the camper, and it's just amazing. In a moment here, I'm going to take this outside and just explain to you kind of how it works and how we're able to charge it. Alright guys, this is everything outside. This is the primary components of our electric system out here when we're off-grid camping. So I already kind of showed you the Blue Eddy, and I'll explain a little bit more in depth what that exactly is and what it does. So it's a lithium-ion battery is inside that box, and there's a power inverter that converts DC from the batteries into AC, and it's a pure sine wave inverter. It's a really steady wave. It charges very smoothly, does not cause any damage to any of your AC appliances or anything that you hook into that. It's 300 watts, 500 watt hours. You've got a 12 volt DC port right here, which works great. You know, it's basically a cigarette lighter, and you can plug a three-way in there, and you're able to hook up multiple devices to that. We use this to power our Max Air fan as well as our water pump, and we used to use it to power a little Icy Breeze cooler that we had in the back that we use for air conditioning. We've since moved away from that, and I can explain that to you a little bit more in another video, but I'll save that for then. Got a couple plug DC outputs here. Don't use those for anything currently, but we may find a use for them in the future. As also in DC right here, it's got a USB-C quick charger. Phenomenal. 45 watts output. This will charge my phone in about 40 minutes, just about from dead to 100%. And then we've got four 5 volt, 3 amp USB outputs there that work great. We use these to charge a couple of fans that we have that we can put next to our beds at night. We also charge our flashlights and a couple other items with that. We also will use our phones for that. Then we have the AC outputs over here, and the AC outputs are great for anything that doesn't obviously use DC. For those of you who don't know the difference between AC and DC, you can look into that. It's kind of interesting. But basically, what we use here is our lighting, and we use LED lighting in our camper. We also use this to charge a DVD player that's all-in-one with a television on it, and that really comes in handy for just, late nights when you're bored, got nothing going on. We can put in a movie and enjoy ourselves. You turn on the display here, and it'll show you right now we're 100% charged. This would be the input right here. So if it's charging, which it currently isn't because it's full, anything coming in will display on here. Anything DC, so anything here and here going out, is going to display right here. AC on the bottom. You turn these on and off by long pressing. Very simple. And it lets you know on or off on there. And power on and off, of course. It charges using a solar panel. And this is a 200 watt solar panel we picked up off of Amazon. This is a 30-foot extension cord for our solar panel. And the reason behind that is we have, for one, a black cargo conversion, which obviously is going to attract a lot of sun. And we're thinking about changing that in the future. But what we can do is park in the shade. And as you know, or maybe don't, solar does not work well in the shade. So we bought this extension cord. We can take our solar panel, set it remotely out in the sun, and we can be in the shade while we're charging our solar generator. The Blue Eddy costs about, what did we say it was, babe? For about $430. The solar panel costs us $200. So for $630, you're getting a pretty good package there. It also came with all the cables needed to hook everything up. Did not come with a 30-foot cord. That was extra, and that was about another $30. I wanted to explain to you guys how long it takes to charge this. So basically with the solar panel, you're looking at it being around 4 hours with a 200 watt solar panel. That's if you have good quality sunlight. If you don't have good sunlight, then it might take you a little bit longer than that. You can also plug it into your house, into a standard AC outlet. Again, it comes with the adapter to do that. And that typically takes 5 to 6 hours to do. I'll normally charge it full before we leave on a trip. And that way, you know, our first night, we don't have to worry about trying to find somewhere with sun, especially if we're traveling at night. And then the other way you can charge it is with a 12-volt adapter in your car. And that takes basically half the day. I wouldn't recommend doing it that way. So the other thing over here sitting to the left is our Sportsman generator. This is a 1,000 max watts, so surge watts, 800 running watts Sportsman generator. I picked this up at Tractor Supply. It cost me about $200 after tax. About a week after I purchased it, they went on sale for $150. So if you're in the market for a good little generator, you're not trying to get something that has a ton of power, because let's face it, the more power that it produces, the more gas it takes. So this thing right here will give us about 7 hours approximately. If it's in economy mode, running all night long, 7 hours on a half a gallon of gas. And that's just incredible to put out that much power. When I purchased this, my main reason for purchasing it was to power a small air conditioner that I bought. So a 5,000 BTU air conditioner. And I bought that from Walmart for $150. We needed some solution in there because we were planning this trip, and it is miserably hot out here. I think it's right now 93 degrees where we are. So I needed some way to power that. Let me see the front of this real quick. It's got power on and off. You see economy mode there to the left, and it tells you, your output. If it has an overload, it will surge that red light, and it will shut off automatically if it overloads. It's even got an oil light on the front here to let you know that you need to change your oil. Not had anything to use on the DC 12 volt. It did not come with an adapter for that, so I've not been able to use that yet. If you want to ground it, it's got a little ground on here. Of course, it's got your circuit breaker, and then it's just got a simple, just one AC plug there. Now, what we've been able to do with this several times on this trip, because we've been in a lot of shaded areas, even though we've had sun and it's been incredibly hot out, we have not had a lot of areas to put our solar panel in. So what we've done is we plug the solar generator into the 1,000 watt Sportsman generator, and it's able to charge the solar generator in about 5 hours, just like a wall outlet would. And it charges that at about, I think, 86 watts in, which is great. Also, the Blue Eddy will do passive charging, which means that you can be charging the device while putting out power to charge other things. So we can have our phone plugged in, or our DVD player, anything like that, while we're still charging that. And the generator is able to charge this and those devices all at one time. So we've really appreciated the fact that we bought this, and it's worked out really well for us. And I really hope that you guys take an opportunity to do a little research if you're in the market for any of these things. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment, and I'll be happy to answer those for you. All right, guys. Well, that was a brief explanation of how we power our camper when we're boondocking. I really hope that explained a little bit and helped you make a decision, maybe if you are in the market for anything. Truth be told, we could probably just power the whole thing with a generator if we wanted to. Thing about that is generators are noisy, even though that one is an inverter generator and it's very quiet, and I love that about it. And we can run it through the night and it's relatively quiet. Still, the more power you need, the more energy it's going to take in the form of gasoline, and the louder it's going to be. We like the fact that we can turn that off and power everything except for our air conditioner off that Blue Eddy, and it's perfectly peaceful quiet in here. And especially in the cooler months, we don't even need an air conditioner. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you would, like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know anything you want to see in the future, and we'll see you again. Hope you enjoyed Our Life Outdoors.